Dennis Rodman is one of the best defenders ever in the NBA, and today we are going to be breaking down how he was able to stop so many great players back in his day. If you are a player looking to become a better defensive guard or forward, this is definitely the video for you. Okay, so in this first clip, we can't see Dennis Rodman right now, but he is right there, and of course, he is defending Magic Johnson, one of the strongest, best guards ever in the NBA. And what we have here is a quick crossover by Magic Johnson. When he crosses over, we see Dennis Rodman already looking to try and steal that ball. He has his left arm out now. A lot of the things that Dennis Rodman did way back then is now currently not allowed, but also is extremely risky to get a foul from, so keep that in mind. However, anytime you're playing great defense, you're going to be taking risks. Anyways, he has his left arm ready. From there, that crossover happens. We have Magic Johnson ready to drive, and because he did not defend the ball very well, he did not have his left arm out to defend that cross, to defend that drive, Dennis Rodman is able to get his hand in there, get that ball, and able to poke it free. Another thing that Dennis Rodman was very good at was getting the defensive rebound and looking for the outlet super fast. And I don't just mean get that ball and land and say, oh, I wonder if there's an outlet. No, the first thing he does is look down court. After he looks down court, if there is no outlet player down court, he looks for the standard outlet player at the free throw line extended. But the number one thing he does is he looks down court first. And when that happens, if you're a player and that happens, you're going to get a lot of assists and also a lot of baskets. We can see here a lot of baskets from your teammates or for your teammates. We also see from this clip here that he is tenacious trying to get that defensive rebound and willing to risk his body right there to be able to do that. This is extremely risky, especially when you're on the defensive end, so keep that in mind. But if you know where your teammates are and you can save it, go for it. But if you do not know where your teammates are, do not go and save the ball. You would rather have the ball go out of bounds and stop the clock than hitting it back into the other team. So, as long as you know where your players are, you can do this. And as we can see from this clip, he was going to go and save that ball, but he did not know where his teammates were, so he was able to hold on to that ball and not have to worry about knocking it over to his other team that he's playing against, or hoping for the best and hitting it back to his teammates. But look at how he risks his body. Something that Dennis Rodman did a lot of because he has super fast foot speed. He can go lateral with any player in the league, but what he does is he's able to know where that player is about to go, get in front, and take a charge. And that is what we see here. He's able to be laterally quick, get in front of that driving player, and then take that charge. And this is not a normal charge. He gets low. He bends his knees. You're allowed to bend your knees. You just have to be taking up your own space and not leaning over and taking up the opponent's space. So by having your knees bent, by keeping your shoulders over your knees, you can now take that charge as long as both feet are on that ground. And by having your knees bent, you can actually jump back, which is a little bit easier to land. It's not as hard on your butt or your back, but it also sells that call a lot more, especially when you do a little bit of a roll at the end. So this is actually a great move over here. So here we have Dennis Rodman, and he is now looking to time that player. So basically what we need to have here, because this player could have easily dished over to him, is for now, if you're in this player's position and you have a player who's coming over to play help, you need to get your butt over to this player to stop him in case that ball goes over to him. As Dennis Rodman, however, what you need to do is now time your steps, especially if the player is taller than you in this case. Time your steps so that you jump at the exact same time as the other player so that you can get that stuff right at the rim. Especially if you can jump that high, that is a very beneficial skill to have. And we can see this here. Dennis Rodman was able to take his last step at the exact same time as that defender, and he was able to time that because that player took his dribble. He's only allowed 2 more steps after that. So now you have 2 steps to get to him. That's 1, 2, well, actually 3 steps here. Let's see. Was that a travel? Dribble, there. His left foot was still in the air, so technically that's 1, 2, 3. So that makes it even easier to time. But let's just say that was planted when he dribbled. 1, 2. You know that's his 2 steps, and you need to go up and block, and that's what happened here. Now, on this rebound, we see Dennis Rodman gets that rebound, and right away, he has the other team right on him trying to get that ball, because I would assume that this would be a very close game. Now, in this case, what does he do? And this is something that you can do. Now, the rules have changed just a bit recently, because now, if your elbow makes contact with the other player's face, they tend to call that a foul on you, whether or not that player was in your space or not. So what I mean by your space is, historically, you were allowed to have your elbows out and the ball in so that you can clear out space like this. However, this now still applies to today, where you can still do this move, the whole swing across your body like this, to try and get players away from you. However, this is a risk these days, because even if they are in your space, if their head is right here, literally in your space, and you swipe through and you smack them in the face, it's a foul on you. Never used to be like that. It used to be a foul on them or a no call. However, you can still do the same move to create space, just don't make contact. This way you can get those outlet passes easier. So Dennis Rodman was a beast. Some of the things that really made him set apart from all the others was his foot speed, the ability for him to stay lateral with that player without needing to cross his feet, and then his ability to even use that speed to get in front of the player who was driving and to take that charge. His ability to get that steal, and his ability to throw his body on the line to be able to make a defensive play. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I hope that this video has helped you become a better defensive player. I'll see you guys again next time.